long road. You gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Think about others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around on a dime, man. It's all about finding your right state of mind. It's all about turning the worst into fine. It's all about time and the work and the climb. From the thirst we will rise, I'm immersed in this life. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first.
Oops. Hey guys, how is everybody? I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. Thank you, Big Bad Wolf. Okay. I apologize. I'm working with my phone too. And it's kind of okay, great. You can hear me. Is there an echo, Artsy? Okay. I guess there's no echo. All right. Oh, a slight echo. No. Wait a minute. How about now? Sounds good? Awesome. Thanks, Carrie. My Dottie. Well, thank you all for coming. And hi, Fight Like a Girl. Hi, Artsy Nurse. Hello, Carrie. Hi, Big Bad Wolf. Hi, Stacy Mo. Thanks for coming. I know Mooch was in here earlier. So thank you all for coming. I'm still, I don't know. I guess you never get over the nerves when you go live or whatever. So please bear with me. I might just goof up. But today I thought I'd show you 3 different angel wing wreaths that I'm working on. This one here, I'll turn, it's upside down for you, so I'll turn it right way. This one here is the small angel wreath that I did. And how to make this one, the frame that I used is this Valentine's Day heart. Okay. What you do for this one, let me move that out of the way. What you do for this one here is you unravel all the tinsel, and you know that you are a true crafter because you don't throw it away. You put it in a Ziploc baggie because who knows, you might be needing it for another project. I drive my husband nuts. So, hey Maria, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I'm first demonstrating how I did the small Angel Wing Wreath. That's a mouthful. And I hope that you guys can still hear me. It's different when you're the only one up here. It seems like you're talking to yourself, which I do that all the time. Ask Artsy. But what you would do is you're going to unravel all of the tinsel off your wreath frame. And this wreath frame I got at our Dollar Tree for, it was $1.50, and it came in for 3. So that was a bonus. I ended up getting, 3 for the price of 1. And then okay, so now we're done this here. And we will put this in my Ziploc bag behind me. Okay, so you're here with this wreath. Okay, now as you can see, you have all these bumps that held your tinsel. Well, what you would do is take your wire clippers and you would clip all these bumps off, right? So you would go on the ends, all 3 rows. Okay. So then what you would do is you want to make a heart, like a wing form, right? So for this frame here, you would count your little nods, 1, 2, start at the second one, okay? And what you would do is you would just snip that part off. Do the same with the other side. Okay. All right. And then you're going to want your wings kind of to spread out a little bit. So what I did for that there to hold my frame out, I just took a zip tie and I went in through the slot here, your first ring slot, and I went through that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull this tight, and that separates your wings a little bit. So then you take your scissors, or not your scissors, you can use scissors, but your wire cutters are a lot better. I got these ones off of Amazon and they work great. So what you would do is you would zip tie that apart, and then that would be done there. Then you would take some electrical tape. Okay. And you don't want the frame to scratch your door, or like with the plastic ones, it's a lot better. But with the wire ones, as you'll see in a minute, you get some jagged edges and you don't want that. So you're going to tape up your ends. Okay, and you'll do it on the exact same side, on the other side. Now you can use duct tape, you can use electrical tape, either one will work. I like using the electrical tape because it is stretchier and it's moldable. I think that's a word. Yeah, it looks like thorns. Yes, it does. So your wreath is ready and set for you to go. Now all you need is your mesh. Now, I thought I would show you the different meshes that we have in Canada. This one here was bought at Dollar Tree. And as you can see, the mesh in between, if I open it up, the mesh in between, it's very, very loose. I don't know if you can see the quality of it like that. It's very, very loose, and it's not really rolled properly or rolled well. Rolled. I can't even talk today. I'm so sorry. But this mesh is 6 inches by 5 yards, okay? Or 15.2 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. I don't know. Can you see that? Okay. Now, that roll at Dollar Tree cost me $1.50. Okay. This roll at Dollarama was 50 cents more, so it costs $2. Okay. You get a little bit more in the yards. Okay. But you can tell the difference on how they're rolled. This one here is the Dollarama, which is $2, and this one here is the Dollar Tree. So when I started doing my wreaths and that, honestly, I bought the Dollar Tree mesh because I was practicing on it. Hey, Pink, how are ya? It's okay, honey. So basically, I like using the Dollar Tree one on my small wreaths. Okay. And you can use it on your normal frame wreaths, and that's fine. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your mesh, and since this is 5.5 inches, you're always going to cut whatever your mesh states. So if it's a 10-inch, you're going to cut it at 10 inches. If it's 5.5 inches, you'll cut it at 5.5 inches, so that this way here, you will always get the square. Okay. So what you would do is you would measure it out, and I like to trim the edges first before I start. Okay, so that you have a nice clean line. And then you would take your rotary cutter, okay, and you would measure out your 5.5 inches, and you would go ahead and you would cut it. Okay. So that's what you would do. That's how you cut it. Then what you would do is to make your petal for your angel wing. Okay. There's 2 different types of method that I do. For the smaller wreaths, I usually do the one method where it looks like wings. Okay. So you would always have your outer edges facing your right and your left. You turn it into like a diamond. Okay. Take your points, and what you want to do is you want to match up the points. So basically you have, like, I call it, and some other people call it, like, Star Trek. You're going to have the kind of like the Star Trek symbol that they wear on their shirts. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find your point up here, and I stretch it a little bit, and you're going to just gather your mesh till you get to the bottom, and then you're going to twist it, and you're going to make like little bunny ears. All right. Now, this is where with me, what I do for my my wreaths, I make them up. I do my mesh and I do my cutting of my mesh one night, and then I sit and I make up all my petals, and that the next night, and then the following night I'll assemble my wreath. So I have these great elastic hair bands, and what I do is when you're pre-making your mesh, I put it over at the end and I fix this, and then all this little straggly stuff, I just trim it up to make it look neat. Oops. Okay. And then what you do is you take your wreath form, and I'm going to try to do this upside down so that you guys can see it. You take your wreath form, and you will take your zip tie, and for these I like using the small zip ties. So they all come in different sizes, okay? So you put your zip tie in your frame, and we're going to start in the middle. Okay? Now, since they're wings, you want each side to mirror the other side. So when you put in your petal, what you're going to do is you're going to put it in your zip tie, close it up. Okay, you want to make sure that it's tight, and then you're going to trim. Okay, so there's your first petal. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to make another petal. And I have some mesh already pre-cut. We're going to bring it down again to the corner. And we're going to take it and we're going to gather, flip to our bunny ears. Okay. Pinch the bottom. Get it straightened up. Now see how you got your Dollarama stuff in that, and see how this frays. One tip, when you are finished your wreath and you use either Dollar Tree, Family General, or your Dollarama mesh, what you would do is to help with the fraying, you're going to go outside and spray it with that clear Rust-Oleum. I think you can get it at Walmart. So you'll take that and you'll spray that there. So now we have our petal, and we want the curve inside. So what we're going to do is we will take our zip tie and put it in. You're going to close it a little bit. Okay. And you can preload your zip ties. All right. And then you are going to, oops, take this here, close it up, and there you go. Now for the next stage, I'll just show you how we start the wreath. For the next stage, what you're going to do is you are going to take you're going to go up to the little bar. Okay. See how we have the bar here? You're going to go up to the little bar. Make sure you have your zip tie pointed the right way. And you're going to put one, you're going to start one at the bar at the outside. Then you're going to go in the middle. And then you're going to go in the outer. And from now on, what you're going to do is you're going to do the three petals. We only start out with one at the base. And if I could just grab this thing, it would be awesome. Okay. And I do have some pre-made. So what you're going to do is you're going to get it. You're going to move the other zip ties. And I do mine on a slant, so then it starts and it forms the wing. You're going to pull that, and all you do is repeat the process. Okay, make sure that this part here is facing on the outward, and you will put it in your zip tie, and you pull it tight, and then you do another one. And it does start, and it looks like a feather. I'll show you a bigger one that I started. You'll be able to see that one a lot better than this little tiny one. But I thought I would show you how you could do it with this one. And then what you're going to do is, if you notice that it's not tight enough on how you like it, okay, what I usually do is I usually snip all these off. I clean up the fraying a little bit as I go. And then when I'm finally done, then I'll spray it with that Rust-Oleum. But hi Kat, how are you? If you want your wings to be spread out a little bit more, then take another zip tie. Okay. And move on up. I'll show you on the one that I did how I got it to spread. But you want it to stick up there as far as you can get it. And you will have to fight with your zip tie. At least I do, because my hands are all funny. But move up your zip tie. And then I go in my husband's toolbox, and I take his little needle nose pliers, and I pull it really, really tight. And see how it's spreading just a little bit? And then you can just shape your wings. So it's spread a little bit more. Now, when you fill it up more, then I took another zip tie and I went to this corner here and I spread it a little bit more and I put it through the hoop that we hang it up with. So, and you would cut your zip tie and you would continue on going until you get to the end. And this is what the small wreath, again, what it looks like when you're finally finished. Okay. This is your back. And as you can see, on this one here, one of the rims broke. So I just added, that carpet non-slip backing that you can go and get. I just added the non-slip stuff to my wreath frame so that I could put some of my wing petals on there. But yeah, that's what the back looks like. Now, what I will do before this goes to my customer, I will take some felt or material and I cover all the backing. This way here, it prevents um, scratches on the door and on windows. Okay. But that's how, this is how the small one turns out. All right. And then this one here, the size, the width of it is almost 12 inches. So that is for this one. Now, to use a regular, I have 3 wreath forms here. Okay. To use a regular heart wreath that we bought at the Dollar Tree, okay, to get the wings, what you're going to do is you're going to cut the bottom. All right. So this little triangle here that you got here, you're going to cut right here at the bars. And what I've done is I've cut all 3 bars. All right. And some cut above this bar here, but I use this as my base for my first petal. So what I've done was I've cut up to these bars here, and then in the middle, as you can see, I cut the outer bar. So then you would cut this bar here. See how you have the 1, 2, 3 rings? You would cut the first ring. Okay. And it would look like this. And what I'm going to do is I will take pictures of the your frames. Okay. So then this way here, it's almost like a pattern that you guys can follow and you'll be able to see it. So when I seen the wings on Pinterest, I sat here and I'm, sitting here figuring out, okay, how do I do this? How do I make this? How do I get this form? How do I, art, you can ask Artsy. It's hilarious when I start doing some stuff. I guess I entertain her all the time. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your wreath form. And again, before you start, cut off the tag. Okay. And to prep your mirror, to prep your wreath, see how we have these little jut out edges and that? Well, you don't want to poke yourself. You don't want your customer or your client to poke themselves, and you don't want your door frame poked, okay, or scratched. So again, what we do is we take our electrical tape, and I just pulled off the bottom where you can't find it. There we go. Awesome. I'm so proud of myself. I pressed record before I even start talking. And that's a side note. And what we're going to do is we're going to tape up the end of our wreath form and make sure that we have those jagged ends covered up. And again, you can spray. I've seen on Pinterest where people have sprayed their wreaths white before starting. You can do that, but I find that the ones that I have done, your frame is totally covered. So I didn't bother spraying it white or anything like that, but you can. You can spray it white, you can spray it gold, you can spray it whatever color of mesh that you're working with. I have at the consignment shop, and let me tell you, I am really blessed. I have a small wreath that's made to order, and I also have the bigger ones that are made to order. and I've been blessed. So, and then this is how it will look when you're finished. Now, I find when working with Dollar Tree mesh or your Dollarama mesh, okay, for you, Family General or Family Dollar, that would be considered like our Dollarama here in Canada. What I do instead of adding the first, like only one mesh, okay, I find if I'm using the smaller mesh, I have to use, and I've started a wreath here that I figured I will finish it with you guys. I used, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. I used 4. Okay, 4 on the bottom, and then I got to go up to 3. So it's just covering this part here. And what you're going to do is to get your wings to separate, you'll take your mesh, okay, you'll take your frame, and you're going to stretch it. Now, be careful when you stretch it, because you got to remember these are from Dollar Tree, okay? The bars up here, make sure you don't break them, okay? And then this will separate so that you have your wing form. Hi, Georgie. So this one, this particular angel wreath, I did the one side. Now, normally what you would do is, see, it's a lot bigger, so I don't know if you guys can see it right. Normally what you would do is you will take, and you want your right side or your left side to mirror your other side, okay? So whatever you do on this row first, you do on this row second, okay? But I wanted to save time and everything. I wanted to just finish one side of the wreath so you can see how it goes. And this one here, my client ordered, she wanted not only white, but she wanted some silver in there for an accent. So that's what she wanted. So that's what I have been doing. And again, I'm going to, okay, I don't need you yet. I don't need you yet. So, okay, I only need you and you. Sorry, getting organized. So what I have to do is I have to prep the end of this frame. So we're going to take our electric tape and we're going to cut it. And what I usually do when I start make a wreath and that, I usually throw on Netflix or Amazon, or if somebody's on YouTube, I'll sit and I'll make my wreath while I listen. So, okay, there we go. And now hopefully I don't, oh, I just messed up the camera. Okay, that has to go up there. You have to go up there. Okay. I just have to move some of the stuff a little bit. And I have a mess behind me. Okay. So what we're going to do here on this side here, we're going to take our wreath. Okay. And on the bottom, I will do the 2 I'll do 2 white, and then I will do the 1 gray in the middle, and then 2 white again. So take your zip ties. And then get another white one. And yes, the mesh does stick together, so just be careful. when you're doing it, and sometimes you fight with it. But I usually just end up fighting with my mesh when I first start. And then once you get going, it's like it takes no time to finish your wreath. Okay. Now she wanted a gray accent, silver gray. So we'll put that one in the middle. Okay. And once you get going, you'll start and you'll fluff up your mesh. Okay, so don't worry. It may look like an absolute mess, but all you got to do is just take your time, and it'll all work out. Trust me. And then our final one. And if I could pull these things up, it would be great. Our weather here has been going up, down, up, down. It doesn't want to make up its mind. It's either warm one day, cold the next day. And if you have arthritis or neuropathy in your hands and everything, it's a struggle. And then you're going to come along and you're going to cut your zip tie ends. Okay. And there we go. And now we're going to, I like to trim all these little strays off. But what you're going to do now is you're going to just start and repeat the process. And you can start and do 3 now. So you're going to do 1 here. Okay. And then you're going to do a gray. Another gray in the middle. Oops. Here's my gray. And then, actually, you know what? If you throw on a good movie or watch a good stream, time goes. And that your main thing, like my main problem, since I'm clumsy with my hands and everything, sometimes they won't work, is basically making your petals. And how I taught myself how to do it. I'll give a shout out to Julia's Boutique Designs. She's on YouTube. I'm also in her Facebook group, and on her Instagram, she's called Julia's Boutiques. And that's how I learned how to do my wreaths. And I'm telling you, she is a wonderful teacher. If you have any questions or whatever, you can email her or you can send her an Instagram message, and she'll answer you. Okay, now since we've done the white, gray, white, oh, I'm sorry, you guys couldn't see me what I was doing. Since we have already doing the white, gray, white, now what we're going to do is we're going to follow like a pattern, okay? So we are going to do, if I can get that, we are going to do a white, and then another white. Hi, Chantel. Thanks for coming. We're going to do another white. Okay. And then we're going to do a gray. Like I said, if I don't have to fight with these zip ties, I will be done in no time. Okay. And now some people like to leave cutting their zip ties, their tails at the end. I don't, because it messes me up and that. And don't worry about the other zip tie thingies, because what you're going to do is you're going to manipulate your mesh, and it's all going to be covered. Like by the time you get up to the front, it'll all be covered. You won't be able to see it. And this part here will be covered by your arrangement. Now you can either do a bow, you can do a flower arrangement, you can do just greenery. I've seen, like I said, I've seen on Pinterest to whereas you can do like a monogram name, or they can have their sign. And mainly what people are buying this Angel Wing Wreath for is basically to put outside as a memorial for their loved one. Okay, now we did a white or gray on the outer, so we're going to do a white. Okay, and we need another white. Oops. And again, all your little strays, your little frayed ends or whatever, you'll fix when you're done. Me, it's honestly, it drives me nuts, and I have to do it as I'm going. I don't know if that's my OCD kicking in or whatever, but it's like my wreath is starting to turn into chaos, and I have to stop and fix it. Yes, I am, Carrie. I've started to take pictures, and I talked to my husband, and he also said that I can put them on my I'm going to be putting my wreath on my community tab, and this way here, if anybody wants to order, then we can easily, we're close to the border, so we can easily go to the States, and I can ship from there, so it'll be a lot cheaper instead of me shipping it from Canada and then having to pay like our customs and our duty and everything. I can just easily cross the border and do it from there. So, hi, Cree, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. And what I'm doing with the orders, like at the consignment store, I have listed what colors are available at my local Michael's, because with the if they specify like the small, they want the small one, then I will use the my Dollarama mesh, okay? Because it overwhelms the 10-inch roll that I get from Michael's. It overwhelms the small wreath, and I will be showing you the 10-inch petals in 1 second when we're just about done this wreath. And I'll show you how to make those petals there, because those in the 10-inch mesh, the like this large one, um she basically specified that she wanted, she came to my house and she told me what she wanted, you know. So she picked out the mesh that I had, and so that's why I said, that's why I'm doing the Dollar Tree wreath for this one. And she also said, like, even though that this one here is fraying, okay, if you look at it close up, it kind of looks like feathers. And that's the look that she was looking for. Okay. Whereas I'll show you as soon as when I'm quickly done this, you will see that the other one, it doesn't really fray as much. So it doesn't really give you that feather effect. And I'm glad she likes it. So, and I will make a wreath and I'll put it outside my house. I can never keep them outside. I went and I joked around with my neighbors. Well, I can tell, I'll go around the neighborhood and I can see who took the wreath, because they'll have them on my door, on their door. So I'm basically, what I'm doing is I'm just doing like a little pattern. Ugh. And with my hands also, today is not so bad, but yesterday I completed 3 of them, and by the time 9 o'clock rolled around, my hands were stinging so bad. It's like when I have an episode, the mesh. I don't know if any of you gardened before, but you know that weed stinging metal? That's how sometimes that the mesh works on my hands and how it makes it feel. Now, as you can see, if you want, it's starting to get fuller, right? So you can either push your mesh down or you can push it up a little bit. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going up a little bit more than what I use for this. A big wreath like this takes four rolls of your white and 2 rolls of your accent color. Okay. So that's how much you would need to complete this wreath. And then it takes me about 2 packages of your zip ties. So now for the smaller wreath, it takes 2.5 rolls. It took me 2.5 rolls of the white. So, and the using my 10-inch mesh, it'll take me, I only used 1 roll of the 10-inch mesh. So that's, if you're looking at materials and everything, for this wreath here, let me see, it would be $1.50 times 3, 4, 5 times 5, and then you would add $1.50 for your zip ties and $1.50 for your chain, for your frame. So it's not really expensive when you do all your materials from the Dollar Tree or Dollarama. It gets a little bit pricier when you start and see where I'm from, where I live. We don't have a Hobby Lobby. Oh my God. I was on the phone with Artsy when first time I walked into Hobby Lobby. I just went, oh my God, Artsy, I died and went to heaven. My husband was sitting there with a calculator going, there. I said, I won't buy any souvenirs anywhere else. I'll just spend all my money here. But I couldn't believe the bargains and that. So here I only have like a Michael's and good quality mesh here. I can pay up to $30 a roll. So, and that's where you use your coupon. We have the 40% coupon. So that's where I'll use that. And so I will use that coupon, and that helps out a lot. The friends at my Michael's, I find Dollarama and Dollar Tree, they have better quality. So I'd rather get my frames from the Dollar Tree than at Michael's. And I've already I've compared prices with Amazon and other places on top. I did order a roll of mesh from Temu. I will never order mesh from Temu again. No. That was a disaster. Okay, now we've reached the bar again, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 here again. And the pattern that we're going to do is we're going to go white, and we're going to go gray, and then white, and then gray. This is driving me up a wall. I have to cut this. And I find the more wreaths I do, the less I smoke. So this keeps my hands busy. So I really don't want to have a cigarette. So I figured, well, it's a win-win. Because I have no idea when they're going to call me to have my surgery. So, and I'd like to quit before I go for my surgery. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody good? So, and now we're going to go the white, and we're going to do gray. And we're going white, Now for this wreath here in the center, she requested me to use one of her loved one's flower arrangements that she'd done. So I'm going to put as much as that. I'm going to glue that down and put that in there. And it looks like I'm going to run out of the white. No, this one's gray. So, and that's what you do. You just keep repeating the process and the pattern. And like I said, I usually sit there and fight with my zip ties and that. Okay, I have to make up some more white. I am running out. Okay, now this is my last white one. Oh, thank you, Pink. I thought it was an interesting combo. I had a customer that wanted it was almost like a sand color, beige color. She wanted that as an accent. Then I had another one that wanted the white and gold. They turned out really pretty. And like Carrie suggested, and like I did, I ended up taking some photos of my wreath and I left it at my table with it's like in a book. And then the people who run the store, I have like a little basket at my cubicle, and they write down the number of the wreath, and I state what colors that I have. So, and that what's available, because I don't want someone picking out a color, and then I don't have the color either on hand, or I can't find the color and that. And so yeah. So I usually state what I have in stock, and I look at the Michaels flyers, and I sit there and I find out what they have in inventory. And again, it's really easy to sit and make up these. I will show you again. Now for the big ones, I leave them as the bunny ears because it tends to fill up the wreath faster. And I like the feathery effect that it does have. So what you're going to do is, remember, both outer edges is on your left-hand side and your right-hand side. You're going to take the corners, you're going to meet them up. I stretch it a little bit, and then you just scrunch. Flip it. You got little bunny ears. You pinch, grab an elastic, and see how I got all these flyaway fray ends. I trim them up while I'm going. So at least I make them a little bit nicer. like she said, oh, I love the phrase, please leave the phrase in, but too much fray, it just doesn't look right to me. I don't know why, but it doesn't. It starts looking messy. So both ends, corner down, scrunch in the middle, flip over. We got rabbit ears. Put the elastic in and trim up so you don't have too many flyaways. And there you go. And once you get the hang of it, this part here, it does go fast. Just flip it to the corner, stretch up a little bit. And I know with the small mesh, it's hard to see what I'm doing. I'll try and do it a little bit close up. Maybe if I move this tripod down a little bit, maybe. And if I get a cam slip or something, guys, go ahead, snap all the pictures you want. I didn't do my hair. I just have it up in a clip. So I really don't care. Okay, let's see if I can put this down a little bit so you can see better what I'm doing. All right. Flip that up. Okay, is that better? So again, I'm working with the camera on my phone because even though that I'm borrowing my daughter's laptop, it's going to. So Pink, I left you the link just in case my laptop decides to go kaplooey. Then if you wouldn't mind just coming and shutting up my stream off. Okay. And then we clean up this ends. Give it a little haircut. Okay. Trying to think on how many I'm going to need. Let's do a few more, and then if I have to do more, then I'll make a few more. The next one, I promise I'll slow down and do it so that you can see better. Oh my word. Somebody is on my phone. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, and we'll do one. Well, we'll do two more, and then if I need to do some more, then we'll do that after. Okay, so again, I'll do it slow mo. We have the curl up, okay? Stretch it out a little bit, turn it diagonally. So you have one end on your right hand side, the other end on your left. You bring the tip of this curl down to the bottom. And I tend to stretch it out a little bit so that you have like your Star Trek shape. Okay. You take it from the middle and you scrunch. All right. So then it'll look like that. And then what you're going to do is just flip it and make like little bunny ears. I know there's a professional name that they do with the petals, but with me, trust me, the struggle is real. Sometimes the Gabby brain takes over. So I just make up my own names. And then take a little elastic, stick it on the bottom. It is so much easier to do this little elastic trick than to use the zip tie. So much easier. And then again, we're going to repeat the process. Curl up. Take it from point to point. We have our star track. We're going to stretch it up a little bit. Find the center. And we're going to scrunch. Then we're going to pinch. Flip up. We got our little bunny ears. Okay. And then we're going to take our little elastic and we're going to put it, I'd say maybe about, what? It's a 1/2 inch. So this way here, it holds your fold. And then you're going to give it a little haircut to trim off some of the frays that you get. Now, there's different ways on cutting your mesh. Some people cut it with a pair of scissors. Some people cut it with your rotary. Like I have this one, and the reason why I have this one is because it's childproof. All right, and with my grandson over, I'm not taking any chances if he happens to get curious or something, because this blade is sharp. So it has a lock device. So this way here, see, he can open it, but if you turn it on this side and press that button, you can't open it anymore. Okay. So, and it always, for what I do is I leave it open and I lock it. And then this way here, I don't have to keep using this part here to press it to cut or anything like that. So, and I'm left-handed, and I find this one here works a lot easier for me than any other rotary thingy that I got. And I think I purchased this one off of Amazon. I don't know. I'll have to find it and put the links in my in the description or on my community tab where I use it. And yeah, Chantel, the struggle is real because some of these projects, they're, no offense, but the right-handed people are showing you how to do it. But I find us lefties, we tend to do things backwards. So, whoops. Sorry about that, people. I'm sorry. I had a little, my cord fell. I don't know. Maybe if it's a little bit, it's phone heavy for my phone, that's why. It got caught with my wire. Okay. Crisis averted. Let's see if we can straighten this or focus this back in again. All right. There we go. Okay, we'll put that up. All right. Now we left off with our white, gray, white. Now we'll do white, white, gray. So where is my zip ties? I apologize if you guys seen all my mess. So that one. And you're going to notice that as you're going around the heart, the outer edge is going to look like you need more mesh on it, that's a preference up to you. But once we're done and you start fluffing your mesh out, you'll see that it'll all come together. Like I said, half the time when you start making a wreath, it will look like a hot mess. Don't worry about it, because once you're done with the finished project, whenever you're working with petals, it'll start and it'll take shape. And there's always a way and a means to fix something. So don't fret, be creative, go try, just try to do something different. And trust me, it'll all work out. Unless it's me drawing a straight line, forget it. There's no way. Hi, Margene. Thank you for stopping by. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button or the thumbs up button, that would be awesome. I appreciate that. Okay, white now. Oh, where'd you go? I think I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to have to make a couple more, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Cranky. Thank you for stopping by, my beautiful twin. So, and we're almost done. We have, I think, a couple more rows to go, and then we are done our feathers, well, our wing, and it's very easy to make the your centerpiece. Now you're going to go over this curb, and everything is going to fall into place and stick, like go where it's supposed to go. I like it when you finally almost get to the finish line and you can see what you've accomplished. Where's my... Okay. Now see how this part here, okay, we're already at this, on this ring, we're already here at the bar. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to push this down just a little bit, and we're going to put one more here, one more here, but we're going to add two up here, because this one here doesn't have your connector, right? And you want all your stuff to level out, and you want it to sit and be, I don't know, like full or whatever. And this is a time where I usually start and fluff my sides of my wings, so then I can see where the frays are so bad that I start and I give them a haircut. So now what I do, instead of going bar, 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 I will start and I will alternate colors on this outer bar first. Okay. So what I'll do is I did the white, and now I'll do a gray. And I should end up with a white at the very top, which I will. Okay. So then here is the top one. And there's the top. Okay. Get that off. And now, since we went gray here, we're going to go and we're going to do a white. And on this bar here will be a gray. Whoops. So I cut a total 2 rolls of my gray, and I basically used a roll and a half. Okay, so that section is done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push this one down just a little bit, and we're going to do a gray, and we're going to get a white. So we have our gray. Oops. Okay, and one more. Oh my word. Okay, oops. All right. No, a white. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do is, I see that I have a hole here and a hole here. So I'm just going to make 2 more white petals, and that'll fill that up. So I'm just going to do this off the side so I don't end up bringing everything down again. And I'm going to use oh my gosh, what I should have done was put this Ziploc bag, this tie in first. I think this was a defect. Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's see if this one will work. There we go. And one more, and then we have to do the middle, and we are done. Okay. All right. Let's get this end up. Oi. See what I mean? I've been working with my hands all morning and they're ready to give up right now. are saying enough. And there we go. And our wings are done. Now you say the favorite crafter's words. You are going to fluff it up. And all you're doing is I'm just lifting my fingertips and underneath the mesh. And that just fluffs it all up. And we can remove that stuff there, that stuff there. My elastics before. Okay. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to bring everything down so that you don't see those zip ties. Okay, you don't see the endings. Now, you see how, I don't know if you can see it, how I have some like little fray stragglers. Okay. Those, what I do, I just pull them out. Okay. Whatever I can, I will pull out. And then after, once I get the flowers on it that she wanted, okay, I will take it outside and I will spray that. It's a clear Rust-Oleum, and what it does, it protects. It basically protects your mesh and lets your wreath last longer. And since this is a memorial wreath, and she will be placing it by her loved one, I usually spray it twice to make sure that the coating is sufficient enough. But as you can see, it is a fairly good size wreath. Now, I said the small one, the width was 11 inches, right? Okay, so the big one, if you were to hang this on your door, it would be almost 18 inches, the width. Okay. So now what we're going to do for the middle, my client went and gave me this flower arrangement. Okay. So what I'm doing is I am basically going to be taking some of this flower arrangements apart, and I will be using it in her arrangement. I guess she told me that this was the last arrangement that her aunt made. So she wanted, and I guess she like she said it's very pretty. She said that she was really proud of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the flowers, and then with the flowers that are remaining, I'm just going to rearrange to make another flower arrangement for her. And so okay, comes with my wire cutters. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that your arrangement is balanced. So whatever you put on one side, you want to put on the other side. And then this way here. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah. All righty. So we have the arrangements that we want to use, the flowers that we want to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the base. And the base is usually your leaves. So what we are going to do is we're going to take our glue gun. Okay. Now I know I have glue sticks. Oh, come on. All right. And we're just going to glue. We're going to start and work from a base up. So I'm going to start with some leaves, some greenery. Can you see? Yeah. And just be careful of your fingers. I do have my finger protectors, but unfortunately, I forgot where I put them. That always helps, right? So, and I got another leaf here. Okay. Oops. Okay. That one. Yeah. Ask Artsy how many times I've burned myself. She's yelled at me so many times. The one time it was really bad. I ended up having to go to emerge. I had 3rd-degree burns on my fingers and that, and I already got warned that one of these days I just might burn my fingerprints off. Huh. So not fun. Okay. Does that come up? No. Right. And I think that we can put that one up there. And thistle. All right, where's the other thistle? And I have the Gorilla tempered glue because I know that this is going to be outside and I know it's going to be in the elements. So I am using the Gorilla tempered glue. This way here, if it does, see, we get a lot of humidity where I live. So it's humid mostly all the time, even in winter. But this way here that the glue will not come undone, and she will not have to worry about the flowers coming off. Okay. Oh, I need another glue stick. And again, like I said before, what I do is when I'm totally done with the wreath and I like it, I measure out some felt and I put it on the back so that we save all this from seeing all this mess. Okay, and I need one more. Oops. Oh, come on. Whoops. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to balance everything to make it so, if you got a fidget, then by all means. But I think we're just about done. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hi, Susan. How are you? Thank you for stopping by, hon. Okay. Now, at this stage, what I usually do is I will take a picture of the wreath and I will send it to my customer and I'll ask her, okay, is there anything else that you would like done? Would you like a ribbon put on? Would you like, um, you know, like a ribbon put on it? Would you like, do you have a nameplate? Do you have like anything else that she wants? Would you like more flowers? Would you like, so, but she did want, um, she said she wanted these little pink ones in here. So I will try and do that. Pink. Yep, I have two of them. We'll do that one there. And do this one, this side, and I think we're done. There, I got all the flowers that she wanted in there. So, let me see. What do you guys think? I don't know. Can you see it? There we go. How's that? So this is using your your Dollar Tree and the Dollarama mesh with the Dollarama heart wreath frame. So yeah, Pink, I'm going to be going through like the flowers and that, and on the backing of it, before I put down the felt. See, this is what your back looks like. So before I put down the felt, I will be going over and touching up all these with the whatchamacallits. Oh my lord, the zip ties. I'll be putting all like the E6000 on the zip ties and on the flowers, and then I will be putting my like the backing that I have cut out. So then this way here, I know right well that those flowers are going to stick, and so are the petals, because the last thing I want them to do is, this is a memorial wreath, right? The last thing you want to do is buy something and it falls apart, especially when you want to honor somebody. So this is the one that I did for the with the Dollar Tree and Dollarama material. Susan, for you, I will show you this is the small one that I did, and that's out of the Dollar Tree material. So there is some projects that you can do, some crafts that you can do, that it doesn't have to cost you a whole lot of money. This one here only cost me $6 to make, and that's even with the flowers. So, but yeah, now when you're working with the 10-inch material, okay, your petals, we make them different. All right. So you know how we made like the little bunny ears for like your 5.5 inch, right? Well, this one here, I forget what the petal is called, of course, but this one here, to me, it kind of looks like a resting butterfly. So that's what I call it. But what we're going to do is, again, you have your 10-inch roll, all right? You're going to take your curl side up. You're going to do it diagonally. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Maybe if I move it this way. Aha, there we go. Yay. We're going to do it diagonally, and we're going to take our point, and we're going to go point to point. Okay. We're going to flatten it on the one side and flatten it on the other side. And we're going to get our little, now you can see it, the little Star Trek symbol that they wear on their uniforms. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the middle. I have it on a line in between the 8-inch and 9-inch, but I'm going to find the top of the mesh, which is here. I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to take my 2 fingers, and I'm just going to gather, and I'm going to go down. I'm going to gather it all up. Now, this is the same thing what we do, okay? We flip it up. Remember how I said, oh, well, let's make some bunny ears? We flip up. There's our bunny ears, right? But what you're going to do now is you're going to take this end here, because it's got your good end. You're going to take this end, and you're going to twist it and lay it. Whoops, there goes my nail. Twist it and lay it on your other petal, okay? And you're going to fix this petal up a little bit. And you're going to take your elastic and we are going to tie it. Okay. And you're going to put it out. And again, I like to trim it up a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to take, now I will fix my my ends. I'll put the black tape on it after. But what we're going to do is I'll show you the difference. We're going to take our petal and we're going to place it here at the bottom. And this one here, my client, well, my customer, what she wanted was, she wanted to know if I had like a white cream mesh with either a rose gold or a gold going through it. And I was so happy that I had it in my, I already had it in my stash. But this is what I will be making tonight because she's coming tomorrow morning to pick it up. So I did a bunch of pre-rolls already. I already have them formed. Now, what I mean by, okay, I did this on this side and see how this is out on the edge. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to mirror that, right? So we're going to go on the opposite side and we're going to mirror that and see how the wings are, like your feathers or whatever, are much bigger. And when I get this wreath done with the 10-inch wreath, what I will do is I will take a picture and put it on my community tab of the difference in the style and in the way of both wreath forms. So then again, we'll do this here one more time. You want your curl up, right? It's a 10 by 10. So you're going to cut your square. You're going to cut your mesh 10 by 10. You're going to fold out your curl. You're going to take it and twist it. Okay. So that your outer edge is on your right hand side and your other outer edge is on your left hand side. And it's going to be on your hand part. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the corner, you're going to bring it down. Okay. Match it up as best as you can. And then just take this apart here like this, stretch it a little bit, find the center as close as you can, and you're going to scrunch. And all you're going to do is bring the top to the bottom. You're going to flip, make bunny ears. Okay. And as you're fixing this here, what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to flip it. Okay. And my hands aren't working real well today. They're giving up. So I thank the Lord that I have the rest of them already made. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this here and you're going to secure it. And you're going to put it up a 1/2 inch. Okay. So make sure that your elastic is about a 1/2 inch so that it holds both of your petals. All right. And then you're going to just kind of like fix it a little bit and it'll twist properly. You can twist it, okay, to how you want it. And you're going to get like a resting butterfly. I'm sorry. I forget what it's called. So again, I don't. So you're going to get like a resting butterfly. Uh-oh, did I freeze? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. There we go. I'm sorry, did I freeze, guys? Hi, ambulance girl. So anyways, like the petal that you're going to get is you're going to get like a resting butterfly. Okay. And then you're going to take it. And since we already done the first ring, we're going to do, you want your curved side. No, wait a minute. You want this side out. So you're going to put a zip tie here. I don't know how long I've been on, but Artsy is going to be going live after me. So I hope, Artsy, I still have time. I will be done in about 10 minutes, I promise, guys. Thank you for sticking around with me. Because my hands they're toast. As you can see, now I'm fighting with things and that. Okay. So you'll have that done there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go up 3. So you're going to put 1 here, 1 here. And then when you come over onto your other side, you're going to do the 1, 2, 3, and you're going to continue it all up until you get to the top. Okay. So then this way here, I will show you the final piece again. I don't know, ambulance girl, if you've seen it, but this is the ending, or this is the, here it is. 1 second. I'll lift this up a little bit. This is the full angel wreath. Yeah, this one here is a floral one. The customer, she gave me these flowers out of her the last floral arrangements that she made, and she wanted it on her wreath. So this is this one here. For the bow one, what I'm going to do is I will complete that, and I will take a picture of it and I'll put it up on top of my community wall. So then this way here, you can see what the difference is using the 2 types of mesh, the mesh, and how big and how small that you want your little wings are. And then this one here is our tiny one. Well, I call it tiny. Let me put that rock back up on my camera thing so it won't fall. This is the tiny one here. There we go. So if you look at the difference, you got the small one is 11 inches wide, and the big one is 14. So that would be your measurements, like if you're going to hang it on your door or whatever. But yeah. And what I do for the back, I will be, like, as I said, I put a little flannel in the back so it goes nice and clean. And then you know those spikes thingies that they have where you can poke it in the ground? I have about 6 of them on hand. I glue them with the E6000 like inside my mesh. So then this way here, when my client gets it, it's ready to go. They can take it out and they can place it next to their loved ones. But yeah. So that's the small one. And this is the one where I just had the different florals around myself. She just wanted me to pick whatever. But she wanted to make sure that it was pink. So I had some pink flowers. And then this one here, I think it turned out gorgeous with the two-tone with the gray accent. And again, I'm going to be going along and I'm going to be cutting all the little frays. That's the only thing what I don't like using like the Dollar Tree product is because you'll find that that one there frays a lot. But I'm going to be giving a good coat of that Rust-Oleum clear, so it'll help it a lot from fraying, and it'll withstand any elements like the wind or anything like that. But yeah. But see, when I started making the wreath, it would take me one night. I could do everything in one night, and I could kick about 2 of them out. But now with my hands and everything, like I said, I cut one night, I make my petals the next night, and then I assemble the wreath the next night. So basically, if I get a 3-day window, I'm awesome. I'm great. I can get that there on time and shipped. But what I'm going to be starting for YouTube, I'm going to be putting my wreaths out on YouTube, like on my YouTube page. And if there's something that you see, if there's something that you like, I will be making to order. And we'll just, my husband already said that we can just go across this across the border, and this will save on duty and customs. So I can just mail them out from the States. And that's what I think I'll be doing. So, but yeah. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all. And thank you very much for stopping by and spending the afternoon with me. I don't know, Pink, can you drop Artsy's link in the chat, please? Because I know Artsy's going to be going live soon. So if you want to drop her link, I'd appreciate that. And that's about it. So there's other things that I want to create. I do have my sunflower wreath that I'm going to be. I know, Pink. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts with the fraying. They're like sitting there telling me, "Oh, it looks like feathers. Looks like feathers." Me, I see a mess. So it's like I try, but yeah. So, but I will be doing different types of flowers. I want to try and experiment, and I figure, well, you know what? I'll try and experiment with you guys. I seen this wreath on Pinterest to whereas, oh, thanks, Artsy. To whereas it's a rose, and they use two-tone mesh to make this rose. And I'm sitting here, I'm like going, oh my God. So I would like to look up on YouTube to find out, you know, if there is somebody already that is making that type of wreath. And basically that's how I learn. I sit there and I watch them, and I figure I'll give I'm just going to give a shout out on their channel when I do attempt to make one. But there is different kind of petals. There is different kind of flowers that I would like to make. And I figured, well, I'll just try it with you guys, and we'll take an afternoon and see if it turns out or not, or how well it turns out. So, but thank you very, very much. I appreciate you all coming by. And if there is a wreath or something that you would like me to try and make, hit me up on my Instagram and send me a picture, and we'll try it. Why not? So, but thank you guys very, very much for coming. And if you wouldn't mind, Artsy is going to be going live soon. And so pop up over there and you can relax with Artsy. And I appreciate you all. And I will see you in Artsy's, or I'll see you somewhere on these streets. Just take care, stay safe, and God bless. Love yous all. Bye.
Long road, and here I lay it down. Oh, pass away my whole life can pass away. I'm moving forward, ain't no way I'll turn around. Oh, pass pass away. My whole life can pass away.
Every day you get a new beginning. You can take your past and put it all behind. New mercy to living with a purpose. You gotta push forward cause you can't rewind. Take the time and get close, draw near. Bring the peace and take away my fear, Lord. Fight against those who fight against me, cause I'm all out of patience, just so that we're clear. There's wolves in the fence and snakes in the grass. They envy your drive, they hope that you crash. You're dealing with pride, they hate to be last, but I've been there too, so I understand. We all fall short in the middle of it all. Some days we slip and disconnect the call. I know that you're breaking me down just to build me back up. I'm here for it all.
It's been a long road and here I lay it down. Oh, pass away. My whole life can pass away. I'm moving forward, ain't no way I'll turn around. Oh, pass away. My whole life can pass away.